Welcome back to the SSL Family Dad channel. Today I have another exciting viewer comments video where we answer your most burning questions and address some of the most frequent or interesting comments that I've gotten throughout the last month or two. Got my list of comments here. It is just so cool to hear from you guys, to hear what you guys think, to hear your ideas, to hear your thoughts on whatever it is that we're doing around here. And so I always appreciate it. So keep those comments coming. Even the out of control comments, we like those ones too. So don't hold back. I'd like to hear from you guys no matter what you have to say. All right, our first comment, Lauren Spencer, awesome video. Those piglets are adorable. You need to start a temporary piglet adoption program so we can spot one for the summer, sport one for the summer, and then return it. Actually, pretty sure my neighbors would go nuts. Well, Lauren, guess what? I just drove by your house and we dropped off a piglet in your backyard. Have fun. Horseman Seamless Gutters says, everything in this video is wrong. Your gutters will leak like a sieve and last about a month at the most. Also, it's more expensive to buy the materials from Home Depot than it is to have a professional install them. These are some of my most famous and common comments on any of my DIY videos. Anytime you put yourself out there and you do a DIY project, you always are going to get the comments of the professionals. And this person obviously is a seamless gutters person, and so doesn't like it if us DIYers are out there doing our own gutters from Home Depot. Fact is, the gutters have done a great job, and they have kept the water away from our house, and they're collecting it and putting it down the downspouts as they're supposed to do. I don't know what else I could ask for out of the gutters. And of course, I paid a quarter of the price I would have with a seamless gutter installation done by someone else. So I appreciate your insight, professionals out there, and some of you guys have some great tips and tricks, but some professionals, they just think that you just can't do it any other way besides theirs. Not sure I agree with you. I like to do things myself, and I like to save myself some money. I think I'll stick with my Home Depot gutters. William Estrada says, wow, one of the best explained videos. Loved it. Subscribed. This was on the Gardening 101 series that I started last year. Has been hugely popular. Way more than I thought it would be. I just kind of went out one day and started talking about some tips and things that I've learned and things that I wish I would have known when I started to garden, and people have found it helpful. So I'm glad. Those are the favorite things I like to hear is that people took something that I've shared and maybe will put it to use, or it inspired them or encouraged them to do something. So William, thanks for subscribing and hanging out with us, and hopefully we'll have some more gardening tips coming out here shortly for you. Paul Courts comments, you need a wood gasifier. This was on the Where Did All the Preppers Go video that I did. If you have not checked out wood gasifiers, they are one of the neatest things. He recommended this because I had talked about, you know, needing to get fuel and all these kinds of things. If you want to go down a YouTube rabbit hole, search wood gasifiers on YouTube and check out all the different things that people have done. I know Engineer 775 has done a wood gasifier. I think he powered a truck with it, if not a generator, or both. There's some people who've powered vehicles with these things, powered generators, and all kinds of stuff. So very, very cool ideas. Something I'd love to have time to mess around with someday, but I don't have one or plans to build one anytime soon. So maybe something we'll see in the future. Thanks for the idea. Mr. Y asks, very cool and useful videos. He's commenting on our roosters. I did a video a couple years ago about always having roosters in the flock, and we love having roosters out here with our hens. They do a whole lot of things for us. And he says, thank you a lot. I do have a few questions, if you don't mind. How many roosters and hens will you keep in a breeding area? How much chicks will they produce? And when do you move the chicks away from the breeding area? So a couple misconceptions here, I think. First of all, you want to have about one rooster for every maybe 8 to 12 hens. You don't want to have more roosters than that because throughout the breeding process, they'll actually hurt the hens if there's not enough of them. One rooster needs to be with at least 8 hens, I would say, if not more than that. Now, we don't breed ours to sustainably or naturally, you know, hatch their own chicks. We just haven't been, it's not as a reliable process. It's great to do for fun, but you know, when we want to hatch out chicks, we need a little bit more reliable incubation, so we use an incubator. So they don't naturally just hatch out eggs in the you know, coop or area, and so we don't have to deal with when to separate them and all that kind of stuff. We take the eggs out that are fertilized by the rooster, and we take those in, we incubate them, and then we raise our chicks in a brooder in a separate area, and we put them back in with the adult hens only after they've grown for about 2 months. Catherine Kearns comments, I'm so very thankful for you bringing a message on Sundays. What a blessing. Once again, I'm an elderly and unable to attend service. It's good to hear your sermons. May God richly bless you and your family. Catherine, that means a lot. I really appreciate that. This is in regards to some of these sermons that I've been releasing on Sundays. I did a video about me doing these about a month or two ago, and they have been very successful, actually. I've been surprised at how many of you have been interested in hearing those, and I plan on continuing to do that and releasing those sermons on Sundays, whether they're pre-recorded messages that I do in different teaching events at churches or whatever around here, or whether they're a live recorded video for you guys. I was a little worried at how the audience, the SSL Family Dad audience, would take it. You know, sometimes it drives people away, and sometimes it did. Some people did leave. But I tell you what, ever since I've started releasing those sermons, I have not had any loss in subscribers or views or anything like that. If anything, our channel has grown in ways that I've never seen in this channel since I started doing those. So very happy with those, and hopefully you guys are enjoying them, those of you guys who watch them, and there'll be continuing to be messages released every Sunday. Beechwood 619 says, can't eat horses. Horses are like airplanes. They're for rich people. Well, you know what? You're pretty much right on that. Horses are something I never said that we would get here. And of course, this was in response to the video I did announcing that we had gotten these horses, rescued them from somebody who was basically going to put them to sleep because they needed to get out and move, and they didn't have anywhere to go. We rescued 2 of these Arabian horses, and I'll tell you what. Some of you have called them hay burners. Some of you have called them wastes of time. Some of you have said all kinds of things that I also would have said before I got these horses. But I can tell you that they are a welcomed part of our family here, and they have gotten a lot of attention from myself and my family. And I have been researching, training, and building fencing and housing and all kinds of changes we're going to make around here to accommodate those horses. I hope you guys enjoy those videos coming out soon. So lots of horse stuff coming out, hopefully this summer, as I get into training these guys and breaking them, if you want to call it that, to be able to rideable. I would like to be able to ride these guys. So Beechwood 619, I kind of agree with you. They are expensive, and they are expensive pets, that's for sure. But hopefully with our hay fields here and all the other animals we have, we probably won't even notice really having them. They're going to fit right into our farm here. So maybe we'll put them to work. We'll see. On that same video, J. Rob comments, blessings on you for taking them in. That said, a free untrained horse is the most expensive pet you can ever imagine. I know. Justin Smith on that same video says, nice lawn ornaments. You got suckered. I know. Jack Petu comments on the heated raised bed, the heated grow tunnel here. He asks, how much wood do you burn per day? So we have this outdoor wood boiler that heats this little raised bed here that's been doing awesome. Just keeps it above freezing at night so we don't get any frost on any of our vegetables. And that wood boiler, I fill it about once per day, depending on the temperatures. If we get down into the 20s at night, I might fill it, top it off an extra time. But generally about once per day I fill that wood boiler, so I'm not burning much wood. I mean, I would probably say I might burn a face cord per month heating this whole thing, so it's not that much wood. Great thing about that is that I can burn all kinds of junk in there. I can burn cottonwoods and dogwoods and willows and green stuff that's not seasoned out, and I can throw pallets in there, and I can burn anything that I have around. And so far feeding that to heat this has not been difficult at all. On the same video series about heating this and heating the greenhouse and all those things, KLAA2, I don't know how you say that, they say the heat from managed compost piles are very effective at keeping a greenhouse warmer in the winter. I've addressed these comments before, but I thought I would say it again. Compost piles do produce heat, but I have not yet seen on YouTube or anywhere else on the internet a actual working compost pile heater that actually heats anything. I tried heating this with wood. With a wood stove in here. No matter what kind of heat I put in here, without addressing this single thin layer of plastic that we have on this grow tunnel, this hoop house, I would never say keep heating here, even with a compost pile cooking in here all year. It just doesn't produce enough heat. So compost piles do produce heat, but not in any capacity that's worth heating. Plus, you don't want to suck that heat out of a compost pile because you want to keep that heat in the pile so that it can help to feed the bacteria and all the things needed to break down the compost. You're being counteracted by trying to cool it down or trying to use the heat to suck it out and heat something else. So compost piles, they deserve to be somewhere a compost pile deserves to be. I just don't believe they're a good heat source. That's just my opinion. Shelly C on our recent homestead security video says, those lights or cameras are great, but are not security per se. Get some firearms and ammo. Now that is the security you need. Keeping an eye on what's going on is not enough. Well, Shelly, I don't think you watched more than the first minute of the video, because in that video I talked about that we did use firearms, of course, and that is a part of our protection and our homestead security here. Is not all of it though. We do use the video cameras and the floodlights and security lights so that I at least know what I'm shooting at. And our last comment, again from the horse video, Wes says, yep, horses. How come you don't reply or give hearts or likes to comments? If you're too busy, that's okay, but I'm getting too busy with other channels to watch yours. All good. Been here since before you moved to the farm, but not responding to comments. I feel you no longer need to respond to your viewers on YouTube. Well, Wes, I really actually appreciate this comment. I know some people gave you a hard time. I never want people viewing this channel that have been following along. I know some of you out there that I have recognized and followed your comments from the very beginning of this YouTube channel. I don't ever want anyone to think that I don't have time to respond to comments. But with that being said, there are days when I receive over 50 comments in a day. There are days when I release the more popular videos that could go up to 75 or even 100 comments in a day. That means that in a given month that I receive more than at least 1,000 comments, but probably 1,500 to 2,000 comments per month. There is actually no way that I could respond to every single one of them, but I do read every single one of them. If you comment on this channel or reply to someone else's comment, I see it. I have an app on my phone that manages YouTube, and I literally go through and I read every single comment. I take my phone with me everywhere I go. Anytime I have a moment where I'm waiting for something or a downtime in the evening, before bed, in the morning, things like that, I take that time and I read through those comments. I actually spend a lot of time reading those comments. And so I hope you know that if you comment on this channel, it does get read. Sometimes I don't respond. If it's just a nice comment, I might just hit that like button for you and let you know I appreciated it. Sometimes I just read through and I just read through as many as I can. And if you have a good question that hasn't already been answered 50 times or something like that, I go through and I try to answer all those questions. So thank you for that comment, Wes. I hope that you're still around. I hope you've got time for the SSL Family Dad channel, and I'd love to have you stay around, and I'll try to make sure I find your comments and make sure I give you a response. So thank you guys for all the comments. Thank you guys for all the views. Thank you guys for always hitting the thumbs up button on the videos. I know some of you guys hit it as soon as you watch it. I can see, sometimes within 10 seconds of a video being released that I've already got a thumbs up, and I just appreciate that. I appreciate those things that you guys do to support the channel. It means the world to me. Your comments, your suggestions, and everything that you guys add to this channel. It's not just about me, it's half about you guys. I spend an enormous amount of time when I'm on other people's YouTube channels. Sometimes while the video is playing, I'm going through and reading comments. What you guys add to a video is half of the experience, and so I appreciate what you guys share, not only with me, but with everybody else that's watching. Keep those comments coming, guys. Subscribe to the channel if this is your first time here for some reason. Maybe your comment will get featured on the next SSL Family Dad viewer comment video. And as always, thanks for watching, guys. Have a good one.